Hello and welcome to the Animazing Podcast. This is D, Modi, and Matt, and Bleach is better than Evangelion. Yes, that's right, I said it. I'm not even making a decision based on the last couple of episodes. It's something I need to get off my chest.
I feel like anyone who would be watching this podcast probably wouldn't disagree, so it's probably not a big deal.
That compliment aside, I will say we are reviewing episodes 9 and 10, aka They Killed Kenny, Those Bastards. What you guys think?
Right now I feel like saying these are the best episodes of the season, but I want to talk about the episode more and really find out what I think, before I say that. No, the bar is not low, Matt, because from episode 6 the season has been on another level. Okay, all right, but yeah, what did you think?
You need to get your IQ higher.
Yeah,
you're right. My IQ is not high. Are you asking me what I think?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very non-offensive. It was just kind of fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit I don't know. I feel like the tone that the season started with is kind of I mean, I don't mind it going to more chill, relaxed stuff. But I mean, honestly, I like these episodes better than the first half of the season. So
I would definitely say
yeah.
Okay, so I would definitely say these last two episodes is if someone, in terms of tone, it's like if someone attached a seesaw to a nitro engine.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Going up, down, up, down, up, down.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't feel that way. I thought it was all pretty not slow paced, but medium paced, consistently throughout. But for Matt, it's really interesting because a lot of the stuff that's been happening, it seems you kind of said it was kind of slow. It felt like it.
Oh no, I didn't say it was slow. I'm just saying the tone has definitely shifted to the point where it's we just started out with a big siege of the bad guys. And things were really rolling, but now it's we're taking a break from it, which is honestly fine. Again, I like these episodes more than the action-packed ones, but
okay, yeah. So I guess what I want to say is taking a break from it is an understatement, because this is not just taking a break from it. This is huge, massive lore drops that have just been we've been waiting for so long, and some of them we didn't even know we were waiting for. I had no expectation at all going into that last arc that I would find out anything more about Unohana. I thought she was just going to be a throwaway character like a lot of the captains have been, honestly. So there's a lot of stuff that's been revealed that it all seems kind of subdued and low key, but it's just huge stuff. Everything that's just it's blowing my mind. So to me it feels big, and I do agree with you that these episodes have actually even been more interesting than the battle ones, except for maybe the Yamamoto fight. But yeah,
I will say, okay, so I really enjoy Bleach, and I really enjoy these episodes, but holy crap, there should have been an editor to just go online and buy Kubo a world-building masterclass, because it is so shaky in this. I have no idea how anything works in this universe. Unohara, when Kenpachi and Unohara met, Kenpachi was 5 years old and she looked like she was 20. And then somehow he aged 500 years faster than her. And now it's how do these people age? What happens when a person dies in the Soul Society? Do they go to the Super Soul Society? Do they meet the Super Saiyan Soul God?
I think for the question about how they age, I have a feeling, because we've seen it a lot in characters' backstories where they were kids and then not that long afterward they're adults. They probably just age faster during puberty, and then when they get adults, they're adults for hundreds of years or whatever, and then they get old and and whatnot, and they become Yamamoto. But yeah, I guess that's true. They don't really explain much. And it's funny because I honestly had already given up on that in Bleach a long time ago. I swear, I thought I'm never going to get explanations on any of this. Like, what actually does happen if you die in Soul Society? You know, all these things. Like, who's actually running this place? All of that. I never thought that we would get answers. But now that I'm seeing that, we're getting some answers in the beginning of the last arc, and some more questions are being raised. I'm confident that the questions that are being raised now, like what happens when you die in Soul Society, are going to be answered by the end. Because it seems like Kubo was pretty much just totally not concerned at all with building out the world in any of the previous arcs except for the first one. And then now that it's the final arc, he's choosing to like pretty much give us everything, which not the best way to do it, but it's so interesting that I don't care, honestly.
It's a weird time to do it. Like,
yeah.
Well, then that way newcomers like you know exactly what's going on.
No, I am so confused. There's so many words they're saying. There's so many characters. I'm like, I didn't even realize that red-haired guy was like there with them. I didn't know who the fuck that was. I'm like, sure. Okay, answer me this honestly. The lady that like Obi-Wan's herself for that dude. What,
Kenny?
How much has she been in the show before this? Be honest with me.
I think she had 2 minutes.
Not much at all. And okay, this is also another thing. So I have mixed feelings about this because on the one hand, she became my favorite character through that episode, but on the other hand, like this character has not shown up at all, right? And the moment she gets a moment, her moment is just dying for someone and dying for the meatheadest of meatheads too. I mean, then again, she's a meathead, which okay. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Yeah. Okay, I'm all over the place, but let me go back to why she's my favorite character now, because she's just really interesting because I liked her a lot already before I knew anything about her, just because I liked her demeanor and how like she was just like really calm and she seemed like the chill, level-headed one of all the captains, right?
Yeah.
But now we see that she's like, this is such a plot twist for me. Like, she's just as much of a meathead as Kenpachi, if not more, you know? So I think that's just such an interesting way to reveal what her character is actually like. And I like it. And so, yeah, but I don't like the fact that she's such an interesting character, but like pretty much her whole character revolves. It literally just.
I was going to mention fridging, yeah. This is like she fridged herself too. It wasn't even the plot. Like, well, the plot did make it, but she did it to herself. Like,
what does fridging mean?
Okay, it's an overused term for like when a character dies for the sole purpose of like furthering another character's goals. Like they don't have much character themselves. And it's commonly used with. It's usually used with women too, because like that's the most common example. Is they'll just introduce a female character and kill her off immediately, just to give the main male character some kind of stake.
And that's exactly what happened here. That's exactly what happened.
It's usually used as a negative term, though. Like,
okay, yeah.
Just give you some more backstory for it. Back in the 90s. The original like instance of this was so Green Lantern came home one day and then all of a sudden he found his like wife's dead body in a refrigerator, and that basically the term kind of stuck with that because the whole purpose of that character was just literally to die to motivate Green Lantern.
It gets overused though, but yeah, go on.
Apparently that Green Lantern now has a weakness towards refrigerators. So like there's a scene where like he's fighting some sort of like Yellow Lantern and to like force him back, he just starts summoning like giant space refrigerators and stuff like that.
Oh, amazing. Cool.
But yeah, Unohana got fridged so hard.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I think I guess I would have to think about more other examples of fridging, but I liked the way it was done because like it really made me like her. It really made me like her a whole lot. And I'm sad she's dead, even though yeah, I mean, it's ironic, but yeah.
I guess with my lack of knowledge with how this world works, I was just more of like I was like, what is going on? Why are you...
Yeah,
did you like have to die? Like, what's happening?
I can understand, yeah.
And it's not like I'm saddened because I didn't really know who it was. Like, it wasn't like a character that they spent the time... I mean, like, I think it makes her interesting, right? With her whole like rivalry with what's his face, Kenny or whatever. But like, I don't know. And again, this is probably just because I didn't have the rest of the show to pull context from, but I don't think they sufficiently gave me enough to care about either of them yet.
So I just had a cynical thought that's gonna make me take back what I said about her being my favorite character, because I just thought, what if this whole story, like this whole backstory that Kubo gave her, was literally just to give her a good way to die so that he could get rid of her, so he wouldn't have to worry about her when the actual fighting and all of that stuff.
I 100% believe that. I 110%
because if that's the case,
believe that.
If that's the case, then I hate myself and I hate Kubo, because why did I fall for that?
If it was anything else but that, I would be really surprised, because she literally did.
Yeah.
Here's my character model. I'm one of the captains.
When I think about
Hello.
Yeah. When
So
I think
you're
about
not
it.
If I had to think about everything she has done in the series, I think this is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have bad memory, so I wouldn't be able to speak to it. But this is all I know of too. This is all I remember.
Also, let's just give it up to Kenpachi. Okay, so one more thing.
Yeah.
How the hell did she die from that wound? Okay, we've freaking flower guy got his entire chest blown off by a giant stream of blades. Red-haired guy got literally kicked through 3 buildings, and she gets slightly stabbed. No blood spurt, and she's just I'm out. I'm dead.
She got Final Fantasy. She
got
hit.
Well,
she got hit.
Her time to die.
Yeah, there's a weak point in with all anime characters that if they get stabbed when the plot demands it, that's their weak point. That's when they die.
You stabbed me in my throat. My one weakness.
No, but that's the other thing that you didn't bring up is that she was continuously stabbing him in the neck. I thought she decapitated him 3 times.
Well,
fine. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that was an illusion. I think what was happening was it wasn't actually happening. He was imagining that it was happening because
I know that one. But wasn't she doing it beforehand though?
No, what was happening was she would kill him and then heal him back to way he was before he died. So she was just constantly killing him and bringing him back.
Okay, I see.
Which again begs the question
wait, why was she? Wait, I thought. Okay, yeah. Why was she doing that?
Because he has the Dragon Ball Z Saiyan thing going, where every time he almost dies, he gets a power boost.
You're right. She didn't mention that.
Also, so why does she need to? I don't understand why she had to heal him if he got the power boost before, he got the power boost but he was still injured. Is that what it is? Okay, I see.
Also, one big major issue I have with this is earlier in the series they explained that he doesn't like using kendo because it makes him too strong and everything. But we also get this lore drop that he only trained in kendo for 1 day and became the biggest threat in the Soul Society. So I'm just gonna say maybe just send him to the Earth, enroll him in a high school kendo class for 3 days and see how that goes. Might have been a lot easier. He just goes to Mr. Smith's Kendo Academy, and then when the Quincy's are reinvading, he makes this huge dramatic entrance. Flat shows that he has 3 golden star stickers from the training, and then everyone just breaks everyone.
Do you think what do you think he's gonna I guess how do you think he's gonna show up when the fighting starts? Who do you think he's gonna take on? What kind of feats do you think he's gonna accomplish?
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he goes for the big guy again, straight for him again, and then gets wrecked. I'm gonna laugh my ass off so hard. I feel like that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna laugh really hard at it.
I feel like it's gonna happen. He's gonna go for him, but he's not gonna get wrecked. I definitely don't think so. I feel like it would just I feel like he has to not get wrecked for any of this to mean anything.
Modi, you're missing the whole anime thing where it's they initially get wrecked, right? And then they do the really cool, powerful move. That's how it works.
Honestly, what I'm expecting is
sorry,
it's going to be the final battle. There's going to be wave 1 of the heroes. They're about to get wiped out, and then all of a sudden Kenpachi comes in. And it's oh no, oh my god, we have a chance. it's going to be a drawn-out fight scene, and then Kenpachi's going to go down, and then, oh no, he's about to kill Kenny, that bastard! And then Ichigo enters, and then boom, final battle.
I can see that happening. The only issue I would have is I don't see Kenpachi fighting, I forgot his name already. Oh yeah, Yuhavak, without him doing significant damage to Yuhavak. I feel like if they fight, I would be disappointed if he didn't do significant damage. But then if he did do significant damage, I wouldn't like it because then Ichigo would be fighting him when he's not at full strength. But maybe Ichigo won't be at full strength either.
Maybe they're fighting like a side
like
character.
He takes his first form down, and then he enters phase 2, and then that's when Ichigo enters.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, that's probably...
Also, congrats on getting his name right twice in a row.
Thank you. I try, you know.
Okay, so I will say, I think, just to sprinkle in some compliments there, so we're not all too, I did like I thought the whole blood thing was cool with the blood sword and the fighting in blood, I guess. I thought that was like a neat visually for like a fight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, her Bankai was really nice. Like,
it looked so good, but I didn't understand what it did.
No, I didn't either, but it looked cool.
I would love if Kenpachi was just like, ha, you need a Bankai just to get a bunch of blood? I can do that for free.
I thought his reaction to her dying was really weak too. Especially if
really?
There's a strong connection.
Like, how is he, like, I'm pretty sure he was shocked. Like, I would be disappointed if someone died from that in this universe.
But he was disappointed, right?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, we've seen people get their hearts ripped out, and she gets, like, poked in the throat, and it's just like, up, goodbye, I'm dead now. I'm a med, but I can't heal myself anymore. Goodbye. I've done my purpose. Let me go off to the big fridge in the sky.
Here's the thing. It would have been I think a much cooler scene if I know if I was familiar with the characters, but from what you two have said, it's not like she was in the show much to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's why I'm so impressed, because like she wasn't, but then she went out in such a cool way that was impactful, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool the way that happened. Do you guys have any other thoughts about? Oh, I do have. I wanted to say that her Bankai reminds me of a domain expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen.
I was literally about to say, like, I remember when I was watching that, I was like, what was it? Muden Tenkei or something like that. Yeah,
I thought that was. I wonder if maybe Akutami got inspired by that. We know he's a Bleach fan, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, do you guys have anything else you wanted to say about the Kenpachi Unohana fight?
No, I think I'm good.
I'll bring it back up later, but because
holistically, there's something pretty.
Yeah, go on.
Do you guys have any thoughts about what his, now that he's awakened his Shikai? You know how we told you before, Matt, about how he's the only captain who reached that level without even awakening his sword, pretty much. So now that it's awakened, do you guys have any thoughts about what his powers will be, like what it'll look like?
He hits even harder.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be something that's just like simple brute strength, like similar to Ichigo's.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay. Why did she transfer her power when she died? Like, what happened?
Ambiguous.
I think. Yeah,
why did she have to die? Is what I'm saying. Like,
I think yes. So she had to die because she had to push Kenpachi to his max strength, and Kenpachi is not someone who stops. Like he will kill his opponent, right? So she essentially, she didn't necessarily have to die. If Kenpachi had 1% self control, maybe, but because of that, and she knew that, everyone knew that going in, that even the new captain now, he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sending you to die. So everyone knew that.
Damn, sounds like a major character flaw that is just kind of treated as a feature, but yeah.
I mean, it's
like makes for an interesting character, I guess, but not a character you'd expect on the heroes team. Be like, I fight so hard, I just kill whoever I'm fighting. That makes you not a good fighter. I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, one thing we're seeing is that I think it's interesting to see that a lot of the things, the people who are supposedly on the good side, the captains, right? They're not necessarily all that great. Yamamoto is not necessarily the best of people. We saw Unohana, who seemed like just a harmless person, was like a crazy killer back in the day. Kenpachi, so like they're all criminals. They're all like, it seems like they're all just
no. But you just brought up like an interesting aspect about this character is that he's not able to hold back. So I think it would have been more interesting to see him kind of deal with that as like a major like character flaw that he has to deal with. And if they treated this more as like, oh look, he's getting so strong that he was able to kill her, instead they were like, oh my god, he's so strong, he killed her without being able to hold back. Like, and that could be something that heavily weighs on the character themselves. But I mean, that's not what they're doing, and I can't just like say that I would rather them do this. But like, I think that would have been interesting, in my opinion.
So I'm gonna like do you all one better. Apparently, like his weakness is he holds back too much. Like, they mentioned that, like, because he doesn't want the fight to end, he kind of holds back. Which would have been better if it was in reverse, honestly.
But he fucking killed her.
Well, no, okay, so that's the point. Yeah, that's the whole point of that whole thing was because up until that point, Kenpachi was a character who was way stronger. Even though he seemed very strong, right? He was actually way stronger than he seemed, and he was always holding back because he had realized when he was young that if he fights at full strength, he will never have a fun fight because everything will just be a wash. It'll just be easy. So ever since he fought Unohana when he was young, he realized in order for me to have any fun fighting, I have to like hold back to the point where my strength is just about even with whoever it is I'm fighting. So now it's come to the point where Soul Society is in danger. They need to level up fast. They need strength because the Quincy's are coming. And so I guess, you know, they've decided to sacrifice Unohana because she's the only person who's this. I think this is kind of an even bigger reveal, which is that she's literally on par in strength with Kenpachi, because the reason she's the one doing it is because she's the only one who could push Kenpachi to the point where he finally releases the like subconscious restraints that he'd been holding on himself. So it's so, I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the character have some more inner conflict about that whole idea, because that's like an interesting idea about a character, is that like, oh, they want to go full force, but whenever they do, it hurts people. I will say, sorry, go on.
I'm also a little mixed on how we kind of got that exposition done, where it's just like Unohara is just like explaining his entire life story. I kind of would have liked it better from like Kenpachi's point of view. Like, he is kind of thinking about this, he's reflecting on his own life, but I don't know, maybe it's subjective.
I think you're right. I
don't really feel the connection between the two of them like that much, other than
this is
like
the first time it ever happened.
Yeah.
This is probably their first interactions in the series, I think.
Wait, really?
It might be. I'm pretty sure this is the first ever interaction they had with each other.
No, I think meant before that, right?
Oh, yeah, before about that. How like it's a little weird that Unohara is giving his entire backstory when it might have been better just to have it from like,
oh yeah,
to see Kenpachi's like self-reflection, how he feels about everything, what he thinks about his life. Yeah,
I think it probably would have been better that way too, and I think it probably would have been done that way if it just weren't for the fact that he didn't know about his whole blackout situation now and how he was holding back his strength. The only one who knew was Unohana, so I think that's why it had to be given from her perspective. But yeah, I agree. It probably would have been, it would have like, you know, flowed better if it was from his perspective.
Yeah.
It's also weird from like a, like I don't know, like I feel like this would affect characters more, that one of your allies killed one of your other allies because of like trying to awaken their potential. I feel like there should be more inner like character conflict as a result of that. But probably. I don't understand this world too well, so it's fine.
There may be, who knows? I mean, as far as we know, the only people who know are I forgot the name of like the head captain, and Kenpachi and Unohana, right? So maybe once the other captains find out,
snapped your neck to become stronger or something. And I'm just like, yeah, good thing that D's stronger now. Is like, but I lost like one of my friends killed my other friends, so it's weird.
That's
like
if you guys don't see that coming, I don't think we're actually friends.
This is why I'm never going to be in the same room with you ever without like my my gun that I run up to people and shoot in the face with instead of from a distance.
Listen, there's going to come a day when we need to, like, be our top strength. We're going to fight an enemy that we can't handle, and I think we can all agree that you guys would much rather be killed by me than the enemy.
That's true.
Do you guys want to talk about the Ichigo stuff and this training arc
So,
going through?
I'm enjoying... this is probably one of my favorite training arcs. I'm counting the Kenpachi stuff.
Same.
Because... we're learning new stuff. We're constantly moving around. We see the characters doing different things. Like, I never liked the My Hero Academia training arcs because they always felt so static and they were just, like, picking at a large wall. But it feels like with these, we're making considerable progress, and that's always really nice for me. And I also like the whole idea of, like, each of the Squad Zero invented something, like, really substantial for, like, the Soul Society.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the others invented. Did they say what Tenjiro invented? That was the first guy with the, I don't know what the hairstyle's called, like the 70s theme guy.
Invented hot springs.
Yeah, the hot springs.
He was like a big med guy.
Okay. Oh yeah, he invented the. Okay. All right. Also, what it like is that's like an insane way to test if your patient is healed, like hitting them hard enough to kill them. Like,
yeah, of course.
Like, what are they teaching in the Soul Society med schools? Like,
just punch them in the face, and if they're still standing, you did a good job. If they're on the ground, pull them back up.
It's like, okay, if he died, then that means you did a bad job. But like, yeah, your patient died because you punched him.
Here's what they teach in the med schools is that just tell people that whatever you do, don't die on screen. Just die off screen and you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just to counter that point, yeah. Unohana was their lead physician, and she was also one of the biggest killers in their history. So I think it makes it things kind of line up a bit.
True, honestly, yeah.
Wasn't there a third person that was with them that went up there?
Oh, the plush toy?
What? I don't know the names.
Yeah.
Didn't they send a bunch of people up to heal?
Yep.
But we get to see Ichigo.
Oh yeah, he's talking about.
Are
Byakuya.
we missing a couple people?
Yeah,
they're still in the
Byakuya.
hot springs.
Oh, they're still in the hot springs recovering? Okay.
Yep.
All
or
right.
they're probably dead because the dude punched them too hard. Well, it looks like you didn't heal hard enough. Guess this is your fault.
What a bizarre way that would be to kill one of your main characters. Just to see if you're healed, I had to punch you and they just fucking die. Actually, I don't even know if any of these guys are main characters because apparently the last lady that we just talked about wasn't. So,
one specifically for you, Matt. What did you think about that part when Ichigo? It was after Ichigo and Renji left the healing hot springs, and then
when they're flying in air,
huh?
When they're flying in air.
Yeah, it was right after that. But then the scene stayed in the hot springs with those three. The guy who was healing him, and then his two assistants. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and they're all fucked. Okay, I'll be honest. I need to put this out there first so that my integrity as a reviewer of anime isn't ruined. There are bits of this where I wasn't paying attention as well because I was something else was happening at the same time. I normally don't let this happen, but
okay.
What exactly? I remember seeing them fucked up, right? And then they had burns or whatever. What actually happened in the scene?
The hot springs was just so intense that a normal person would just burst in flames if they went in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Never mind then. And then.
Wow. Okay. Again, kudos to all the characters because I keep imagining. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of multiverses where this could have gone really, really bad.
Yeah.
He just dropped Rukia in there, and she just explodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, why didn't that? Why were the assistants fine?
I guess this kind of gets to the question I was going to ask, which is they were not fine, and Ichigo and Renji were, and they were. That was the whole point of the scene, which is they were talking about how Ichigo and Renji, especially Ichigo, is like exceptionally strong for being able to withstand it, and about how Ichigo had also managed. I don't know if you caught this part, but Ichigo had also managed to break Tenjiro's wrist when Tenjiro attacked him.
And he was healing it in the water. I remember that. Yeah.
So I guess you do remember. So then, what do you think about that stuff? Because I want to know what you think about that kind of thing in shonen. Like, was that like part boring to you, annoying to you? Were you like, this isn't needed, or were you like, did you like it?
So I mean, I didn't really have any super strong thoughts because, I mean, on one hand, it's just kind of showing about how powerful some of the characters are, and I don't mind them doing it in that way. It wasn't exactly like super subtle or whatever, but honestly, I had more questions about like how this entire I don't even know what to call this area, the Pantheon or whatever, like how it works, like who's living here, how is this sustained, what are these people doing every day? Because these are just like dudes he has, right? Are they also like other people on the same level as like Ichigo, or are they just kind of just normal guys?
Well, I don't know. At least if it helps, no one knows.
Okay, what are they, like contract employees, or are they full time?
The thing, like a critique that I just made up just now is a lot of these locations kind of, I don't know if this city is meant, or this whole area is meant to feel like lived in, like as if there's people, like normal people going there or not. But right now it feels like pretty dead besides what the plot needs, like what areas the plot needs.
Yeah.
That's just how Kubo does stuff with his environments, I guess. Like,
but would have been so much cooler seeing like the islands almost like their own like mini, like, I don't know,
kingdoms,
like towns or kingdoms, right? And there's like people like doing all, like it would have made the world feel a lot more alive, because right now these areas feel like they exist purely for Ichigo's journey and the plot, rather than like actual organic parts of the world.
So Matt, I'm gonna tell you something mind-blowing.
Yeah.
This is the good version of the world building. In the manga, Kubo loves just plain white backgrounds, so there is a strong possibility that in the comic or manga there were no backgrounds. They may have just been walking through blank space. That's why it's called Bleach.
It just would have been so interesting to see, though, like how these areas like run. It's not like you have to like focus on it, right? But even just like little, because like when they go visit the food lady, it's just like it feels like an empty dining, like an empty restaurant though. Like there's like fun concepts you can play around with there that it doesn't really utilize, which is a shame. I mean, it like works for the purposes of the plot, but you could have had a good opportunity to make this entire area feel a lot more alive. Or it would be funny to see, like,
I agree with that.
Like, you know how Ichigo and red-haired guy are like just going between island and between islands, just like being launched. Yes. It would be funny to see like some random citizens also doing it and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?" like
this is just their like subway system.
Yeah. We just do this normally. Because that brings up another point too. Is I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing while like the apocalypse is happening like below them. Like I get that they're important people for their respected like circles, but like what are they doing to justify not helping out?
That's something I don't think we'll get answered.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we'll get answers to that.
Like, it wouldn't make sense if they're like like it's kind of like if you think of like in mythology the gods are like important to like make the world work. Like you need I don't know Hades to be doing his thing in the underworld to keep the people like the souls from escaping. If they had like a similar function where it's like, oh, I'm the guy who makes all like the weapons, right? So I need to be here making the weapons for people, or I'm the healer guy that makes sure all of your like healing spells works or something, you know?
Actually, maybe that is it. I definitely think we'll find out what the Soul King does for sure. Yeah. And I think, but maybe we kind of do know what they do, because you're right. Like we know the Zanpakuto guy, the Oetsu Killer Bee. He makes the swords. Maybe they make other stuff and supply them. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
I do find it kind of dark that this world is essentially Soul Eater, but all the weapon kids don't have any rights. Like they're just trapped in weapon form nonstop.
Is that how it works? Can you explain that? So okay. I think that they explained it, but I just didn't understand it. So all the women that he has they're like weapons?
Yes.
Okay. And the weird like doll things with the eye thing, which by the way I thought they were cool designs. Those are also weapons that are like mistreated.
Those are weapons that don't have personalities yet.
Okay.
So basically, the way it works is those doll things get turned into swords. Those swords are given to people, and the more they use it, the more of a personality they gain. But they can only go into like human form inside the wielder's brain space.
Wait, do we see that though?
Yeah, we see that.
So what is Ichigo's sword like? Oh.
He's basically imagine he's a bespectacled edgelord.
He looks a lot like Yu Havok, actually.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Yeah.
Wait, have we seen like this happening in the past few episodes?
No, you haven't.
This episode.
Okay.
You haven't seen it, but we have in the past, but it hasn't been shown.
Listen, Matt, there's 300 episodes of Bleach right there sitting for you. Answer all your questions.
But it does explain in that episode, it explains that, like, Oetsu makes the swords, and then by spending time with the sword, their soul gets imprinted on it, their personality or whatever, and then that's how the sword comes alive and awakens and all that.
Okay. You know what's weird? I keep, I'm picturing us, like, forcing Matt to like watch the entirety of the original Bleach run, and then like on episode 293, he's just like, "I get it now. This is the greatest show ever. Thank you so much."
293, by the way, like probably in the middle of a filler arc, like deep in filler land.
By then, my mind would be broken that you could show me any anime, and I'd be like, "Yes, this shit is so hype. Oh my god, I love it."
I think you're underestimating how bad anime can get.
Next time
I'm sure Bleach is
Boku
good.
no Pico.
I don't even.
Good.
Okay. So he was calling Ichigo and red hair dude. He said they had skill issues because they weren't spending as much time with their weapons.
Because they didn't love their weapons, okay?
They didn't love their weapons.
To your sword. You have to become a part of your sword. Your sword has to be inside you.
Okay? Is that really what it is?
You have to kiss your homie's sword, okay?
Did you read the manga,
no.
D? Oh, no. So how do you know that?
Or
did they say? Oh, okay.
He's just making shit up.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I was scared. I was like, wait a minute, did I miss that? Okay, I see. Yeah. Did you guys watch the post-credit scene in episode 10, though?
Yeah, we sent him to the Shadow Realm. Yeah.
Wait, say it again?
Ichigo gets sent to the Shadow Realm, right?
Yes, but, well, he just gets sent back home. Okay. I guess that can be considered the Shadow Realm, depending on how you look at it.
Wait, so what about the other teachers, though?
So, so pretty much he failed, right? So Renji got allowed to go move up to the next level, to the next teacher, but he got sent home because he failed for some reason. We don't know, and I guess we're going to find out. But I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure now we're going to find out some more about his the stuff that Yu Havok had mentioned about his lineage and his mother and all that, and the Quincy heritage and all that. So now that he's back home, he's probably going to go talk to his dad. So I'm looking forward to that.
So you don't think he's going to try to get back up there? He's going to like try to finesse his way back into the Soul.
No, he will. He definitely will. He definitely will. But first, he's going to... Pretty much, he was sent back home, and when he was, Oetsu said that, like, you need to understand yourself first before you are able to move up. So I don't think he knows about that, but since he got sent back home and they pretty much did like the whole foreshadowing thing, it seems like he's just gonna, we're gonna find out more about that.
Side quest time.
side, yeah. Or I would say super super deep main quest. I would say it's such deep main quest that people forgot about it. Like that's
it's like the Fallout 4 of
because I remember that was like one of my first questions when I started Bleach. Where's his mom, right? And it was just something that was always on the back of my mind. It was never talked about that much, at least. It was like mentioned. There were like short things here and there, right? But it was never talked about much. So I just thought it would never get answered, and Kubo didn't care. But I guess he does, so that's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say about these episodes?
I think I'm good for right now. How about you guys?
I like the part where when they're eating, and Ichigo and red-haired guy are talking, and Ichigo is upset that they're not doing more, and red-haired guy is just like, "Dude, chill. We just like died, and we're brought back to life. We need to build up our strength, or else we're gonna be shit." I feel like that's like a cool and understandable because like when I was thinking through the entire thing is like they currently had their leader destroyed and their entire organization like stomped on easily. Why are they doing like all this random shit? And I think it makes sense that like they're just kind of building up strength to train again.
Listen, I got kicked through a building. My boss is dead. My entire organization's been screwed over. We're at the edge of existential apocalypse. I need a goddamn break.
Also, the stuffed animal. I don't even.
Oh
the
yeah,
stuffed
that's
animal
the
thing. Is it
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
He just kind of appeared at some point.
He's also my favorite character. I have so many favorite characters. Wow.
Wait, when did he come in? I feel like I just missed him entirely. Like he just kind of popped up and he's like, "I'm here."
Yep.
He came in, I think, episode 7 or 8, something like that.
That's when they went up the rock. Like I remember him being there. He's like, "Oh, there's a screen coming from my forehead."
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is fun. This is fun.
I like the part. I like the part when they were falling and they were trying to figure out who's going to cushion it, and then they realized he was there, so they just used him.
Yeah.
That was funny. Anything else?
I'm good.
Oh, when I saw the eye patch when they like, he left his eye patch back. I got Chainsaw Man flashbacks.
Who had the eye patch again?
Didn't he? No, for the didn't that one dude have the eye patch?
Kenpachi?
And he left it. Yeah, Kenny.
Okay, yeah, true. Yeah. But would you guys rate these episodes? Oh, wait, one more thing. Actually, I'll say that later. Go ahead.
I give it a solid 7.5.
Okay. Matt?
You understand if I give my actual ratings for these
wait, what have you been giving up till now? I don't remember.
12s.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because it's just so good that I feel like there's gonna be so many anime fans that are like, it's not that good, and I don't think they just like understand though. But I don't want to like piss people off, so
yeah, understandable.
My rating for the episode is just close your eyes and imagine a field, and that's my rating for it.
3 Zanpaku toes out of 4 Shikais.
There you go. Yeah, 78 Bankais.
That's actually quite good.
Divided by 30 Quincy's times Shirobakis, and I don't know. That's my rating for it.
Perfect.
Okay. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I really want to give it a 10, but I thought Unohana and Kenpachi's fight, even though it looked very good, I feel like they kind of, I don't want to say they skimped on the animation because they're never really skimping, but like I feel like the fight could have had more action, like hand-to-hand combat type thing. Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, it was really good, and I love these 2 episodes. And honestly, despite how other people are feeling, to me, this is like as good as Bleach can get. Like, I mean, almost as much as like the the Fullbring arc and the first and Soul Society arc, the very first one. Like Bleach is really good, and I'm so excited like to see out the rest of this arc, because especially considering everything I had heard when it was originally ending with the manga, I thought it was going to be terrible, but this is not terrible at all. At least for me, like this is great.
Listen, never listen to anime fans.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I know that. Like, I literally go the opposite way. And last thing I heard, this has to do with what we're going to be doing next week. I heard a rumor that the last episode of Bleach for this season, because apparently there's only going to be like, they're going to stop after like 12 or 13 episodes or something.
Man, it's just like, thank God.
Yeah, so at least that's what I heard. And I also heard that that the last episode is going to be like an hour long kind of like special kind of thing. So depending on how that works out, we may I don't know. I think the next 2 episodes are 11 and 12. So I don't know. Either way, we'll do Bleach 2 weeks from now, but I don't know how many episodes we'll do. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. And then Chainsaw Man, that's also ending, I think, soon, as far as I know. And I think so, which would mean that next week, what did we do last week? We did
Chainsaw Man,
8 through 9. So next week we'd be doing 10 and 11. So then the last episode for Chainsaw Man would probably just be one episode we review. I'll have to look at the calendar for that. I should have looked at that stuff before. But yeah, so moral of the story is I don't know what I'm doing, so hit the notification button so you'll know whenever I decide to upload the podcasts.
Instead of watching anime, watch a compilation of all the cutscenes from God of War Ragnarok, because it's a really good story in a video game. It's crazy.
All right,
up for Bleach. Stay safe, stay out there, and take